contender is going to be, Michael. It's going to be Undertaker versus Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship at Cyber Sunday. And all of my great fans can choose me as the referee.
Yes, that match was made on WWE.com this past Saturday. But that isn't the big news at all tonight for SmackDown, because my partner JBL has a very special interview.
Tonight, Batista, the World Heavyweight Champion, gets the privilege of being interviewed by the wrestling god, me, JBL.
And it's going to be interesting to hear what Batista has to say about The Undertaker. Remember the trilogy of matches Undertaker and Batista had earlier this year.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making it from India, standing over 7 feet tall, weighing in at 420 pounds, the Great Khali.
And John, here is the man that Batista won the World Championship from as part of a triple threat match last month. The 7'3", 420-pound Great Khali, who right here on SmackDown last week absolutely massacred Jamie Noble. And it was all because Jamie Noble was running his mouth. Can't keep his mouth shut. General Manager Vicky Guerrero put him in the match. The absolute size of this man, the Great Khali. His translator, Ranjan Singh, is an average-sized individual. And look at how Khali just towers over him in the ring. But tonight on SmackDown, we mentioned Noble being Khali's opponent last week. Tonight, Khali takes on a man, well, more his size. There we go.
323 pounds, Kane.
Kane gets set to go one-on-one with the Great Khali. Tremendous rivalry, tremendous history between these two individuals. But John, this past Tuesday night on ECW, Kane showed up on the show. He was the surprise tag team partner for ECW champion CM Punk as part of that new business relationship which has been developed between acting SmackDown General Manager Vicky Guerrero and ECW General Manager Armando Estrada. The Great Khali and Kane went one-on-one at WrestleMania earlier this year.
I think we've just turned back the clock to the Triassic Age.
And don't forget that Kane has felt the wrath of that Khali vice grip. When Khali just wraps those hands around the skull of his opponent. Oh, and what a right by Khali. John,
I think the Monster Mash at Halloween has started a little bit early right here in the UK. These are two huge individuals.
Oh, wow! Huge does not describe these two men. Great Khali, 7'3", 420. Kane over 300 pounds, goes nearly 7 feet tall. But thus far, Khali dominating. Oh, and look at the way. We talked about this before. The size of those hands, the width of a football. And imagine what that grip must feel like into those shoulder muscles.
Not only the size of a football, those wide hands of Khali. Look at those massive arms, that massive 400-pound body behind it.
And
Kane is a huge individual, but Khali is dwarfing him right now.
Tell me about this nerve hold, John. What does it do?
Wears you down. It cuts off the blood flow. It cuts off your nerves. Your hand starts tingling. You start losing feeling in it. It's not something you're probably going to submit from, but it's something that wears down your opponent.
And we know how dangerous those hands of Khali are. They're weapons. That vice grip has taken down the likes of Ric Flair and Kane himself and Batista, Mysterio, Jeff Hardy, among others. But look at Kane, the fight of the veteran. Battling back again. Oh, what a chop! Kane decimated.
Khali is the only person I've ever seen that can manhandle Kane.
Oh, look out.
Here we go.
Maybe setting up Kane for that.
Khali gets his vice grip on him. It's over.
He does have the vice grip locked in. And Kane wisely making it to the ropes. It's going to force Khali to break that vice grip.
It's the only way Khali would break it, if Khali wants to.
hammering away at the Big Red Machine. Great Khali dominating thus far. Oh, a storied rivalry between these two men. Really heated up in WrestleMania earlier this year. They were also involved in a championship match, a world championship match at the Great American Bash. And Kane battles back with right hands, and the Big Red Machine looking to slay the Giant.
You learn a lot about Kane in matches like this.
And Kane loves to fly. The big man going to the top rope. Imagine this impact.
The big
Imagine this impact. Kane thinks he may have this matchup. Khali is down. The big man is down. Kane, can he lock it in?
You gotta be kidding me.
And Khali with those massive elbows. Kane trying to put Khali with. Oh! Wow! What a clothesline, John.
A standing clothesline. Knock a 300-pound man over the top rope with a standing clothesline. That is power. You can't coach that.
And Khali on the attack again. Measuring the Big Red Machine. Great Khali. Look at this.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ring the bell. Stop joking. Stop joking. You're disqualified. You're disqualified.
You heard referee Charles Robinson disqualifying the Great Khali. But the story here, ladies and gentlemen, is the damage that Khali has inflicted on the Big Red Machine. Oh! Into the steel steps! Look at this. Look at the size of this man. Look at the size of him.
What the hell is he doing?
The match is over. And oh! The ring bell exploded on the skull!
I'm not sure we have enough people to separate these two.
Kane slamming that. Wait a minute. What in the world?
From ECW.
Big Daddy V, the 500-pound behemoth.
How many monsters do we have?
Big Daddy V from ECW has invaded SmackDown. Kane is cornered. Great Khali on one side, Big Daddy V on the other. Kane doing what he can, but from behind, the 500-pounder attacking Kane. Kane just went through that match, John, with Khali.
Look at the strength of Big Daddy V.
Big Daddy V with Kane on his shoulders. That's 300 pounds. Oh, what an impact! Big Daddy V's ghetto drop driving Kane through the ring. Big Daddy V is one of a kind. An absolutely huge match of matter. And look at what he did to Kane. Look at what is left of the Big Red Machine.